Hello everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're gonna review the T57 EV played by X-Max. I don't know if that's how we say it, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I really wanted to feature this replay because it's just amazing. So, before talking about the gameplay itself, let's review the pros and the cons, the tips, and if the tank is worth it, and if it is, for who. So, for the pros and the cons, what do you need to know? You have an amazing gun, which is an auto-loader, of course. You have a trolley bouncing turret, but don't count too much on the armor. Let's say that the armor is trollish, but most of the time you're not gonna bounce anything. And maybe for the last thing, the mobility is average. It's a support tank. I would say the cons on this tank is the fact that you don't have a lot of armor. I would say in the pros troll armor, but in the cons you have not the biggest armor ever. And of course with that you can combine it with a weak ammo rack because it's located at the front. So any tips to play it? Always play it in a support role. You don't want to get alone with your T57 EV because as long as you have your 3 shells and you push someone, it's not a problem, you're gonna win, but as soon as you're reloading, you're fucked. That's why you want to stay with your team as a support tank. That's important if you want to do good games with this one. So, now, I would say between the 50B and the T57 EV, I know a lot of people are gonna ask me. I'm gonna tell you, if you're a good player, you already know for which one to go, the 50B. But if you're a beginner, I would say go for the T57 instead, because the T57 EV will allow you more mistakes than the 50B does. So, now that it's done, let's talk about the replay and the gameplay itself. Here, X-Max is playing his T57 EV astonishingly well. He plays it in support. That's how you're supposed to play it. You wait for your enemy to shoot at one of your comrades, and after you go out, you burst the shit out of him with your 3 shells. You go back to your position, you wait for your reload, and you start over. And I mean, that's all you have to do with your T57 EV to be good with it, actually. And it's working. It's working extremely well for him because the enemies don't seem to care too much about him. Extremely good play here. He tracked the E50 with its shell to be able to finish him off as fast as possible. And I mean, I've seen many replays of T57 EVs, and this one shows you extremely well how to play it. So, is he gonna kill the E50? Yes. Now he goes for a reload, and he did the right thing because as you can see, he already did a good game, an extremely good game, and it's not over. I mean, they only killed half the team. So now he has to get around. He's waiting with his team. As you can see, he didn't choose to go alone on the heavy tanks on the left side. He went with his team as a support tank, and that's how you play your T57 EV. Here he goes by trying to get some shot on the Yak Panther. He sees his side armor. Is he gonna try the hit? Yes, he is, and all his shells went through. Now he goes again for a reload. I mean, he should be careful about the Batchat. I think that's the only one he has to fear because all of the others have a shittier mobility than him. Therefore, he should be able, if he needs to circle or at least maybe try to get around the corner. And the Batchat is here. The Batchat is here, and he does an extremely good move. A bit lucky on these 2 shots on the Batchat because he went for HEs, and we all know that hitting the side armor of the Batchat with HEs without shooting the tracks is extremely difficult. And he did. He just did it. Now he's waiting for the Batchat to come back. He's not reloading yet because he's expecting the Batchat to come around the corner. So he's waiting. Let's see if he can get the Batchat. He is loading an AP. Batchat shot 1 in the turret, but he bounced him. He decided to reload his clip instead of pushing the Batchat. I think that was his only mistakes here. If I was him, when the Batchat shot his first clip, I would have gone for the second shot to be able to destroy him between the reload in the in-between shell reload. But you know what, it doesn't cost him the game, so it's not a problem. He went for 2 shots, one in the IS-4, one in the mouse. He's at nearly 9,000 damage. Wow. Extremely well played by X-Max. He played really well. Now he's begging the E100 to get the kill, which is logic, and if I was the E100 I would have let him get the kill. He goes for a first shot, unfortunately he bounced. Can he get him before he comes around the corner? Yes, allowing him to get his kill and the 9,000 damage. The battle is finished. What a game. What a game. Ace tanker, 5 kills, everything. Everything, high caliber. I mean, you can't do better than this at the moment. I think it's a world record for the T57 EV at the moment. I need to check, but I think it is. So yeah, he shows you exactly how to play your T57 EV, always in support, always wait for your enemy to shoot before bursting your load, and after you reload and you start over. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget that you're not here to be better, but to be the best. Pantoufleee, over.